They are without 3 defensive starters. No Akeem Hicks out with a knee injury.
I don't know, it's maybe less than an hour since the game ended, and I just want to capture sort of the visceral feeling I'm experiencing right now. It's just...
And you're missing 3 of your starters on your front seven.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they don't even have 2 of their best players, and they're just as dominant, if not more, today.
It's kind of this kind of puppet show and Spinal Tap territory here, where you've hit bottom.
Oh no!
Right.
If I told them once, I told them 100 times to put Spinal Tap first and puppet show last.
It's a morale builder, isn't it?
Things just keep going down and down and down.
Cook, 8 carries, 15 yards in the first half. Cousins loses the football. Strip sack and a takeaway by Chicago. Who else but Khalil Mack?
Oh wow, who's that 52?
Left tackle against Mack, and he gets low and under, and then the acceleration to the quarterback. I mean, that's the bend right there.
Well, Riley Reef will take care of him, sure. I need a pick-me-up. And so, to keep myself from getting too down, I found these new M&Ms. These are Cocoa Crisp M&Ms. Creepy Cocoa Crisp. Normally I don't buy these kind of fancy M&Ms that come out seasonally, you know, like peppermint M&Ms or pumpkin spice, all that garbage. This looked good because it's like Cocoa Crispy center. You know, I had low expectations for these M&Ms. I already ate a whole bag of them. This is a new bag I got today. And so every time I'm feeling down, I'm just gonna eat some when I get too low. And
it's so f***ing good.
It's like that Cocoa Crispy milk, you know, at the end of the bowl. It's just the milk left. It's all brown and like super chocolatey. So everyone out of the Vikings fans out there, just try to find something to lift your spirits, because there's more to life than football. That's what my parents always told me. Oh, there's more to life than football. And I'd be like, well, what else is there? And they're like, well, you know, they never had an answer. Said the Vikings had 0 chance against the Bears. 0. I mean, it was like 0 chance. 0 chance. 0 chance the Vikings beat the Bears next week. 0, 0, 0. They're not going to score. They will not score against the Bears defense at Soldier Field, period. And their pass defense isn't going to be good. And the Vikings pass defense is going to look horrible. I guess the point I want to make is I wasn't making a prediction by saying the Vikings were going to lose. This was a foregone conclusion. So this experiment was run twice last year against the Bears. In neither case could the Vikings score, and in neither case did the defense play very well.
This is the most meaningful game for the Vikings, and right now this defense really hasn't shown up.
So what's going to happen this year? You have the exact same cast of characters, basically. The exact same thing happened. This is what is destined to happen. There's something missing with this defense, and you kind of see what's deficient by, if we look at just a few plays. Let's look at that fumble Diggs had. So the Vikings got some penalties going in their favor that allowed them to have a drive that got into Bears territory. Cousins throws a perfect ball to Diggs, and Diggs, you know, fumbles. Well, what should we know about that play? Well, the defender who stripped him, I don't know if it was Clinton Dix or... The defender was right there. The defender is right there to knock the ball out. The defender is trying to knock the ball out. That is foremost in his mind. The Vikings secondary is never in position to make those plays. They never make those plays. Okay, Anthony Harris occasionally has a big game, but nobody else. There is no ability to make those big game-changing turnovers. You watch teams like the Patriots, the Saints, the Bears, some of these really good teams. Their defenses are always looking to strip the opposing players. And they do it quite often. And they often do it when the opposing team is about to go in for a score. They make that strip. They recover. Game is changed. Vikings defense never, ever does that. And you look at this play by Xavier Rhodes late in the game. I can't remember. The game may have pretty much already been over at this point. It was like an out route where Rhodes actually hit the guy early, and it probably should have been pass interference. But any decent cornerback would have probably intercepted that ball. Would have at least tried to intercept it. But Rhodes isn't even thinking about that. He's not thinking, oh, I've got to make a play. I'm an all-pro. I've got to make a play to change the momentum here. I've got to force a turnover. He should have been able to do that on that play. He hits the guy early, but no, we don't have guys who actually think about making those plays. Same thing happened against the Bears last year where Rhodes should have had a pick six, didn't make the play. And then there was another play, Danielle Hunter. There was a play late in the game where he's pressuring Chase Daniel. What good teams do, good defenses do, smart defenses do, what you'd see the Patriots do, the Saints do. When the quarterback's right in front of you and he's about to throw it, you put your arms up. You try to knock the ball down. Danielle Hunter doesn't do that at all. It's like they're not coached to do that. It's like the defensive philosophy of Zimmer's team, the Vikings, it's just they don't do anything other than just try to get in the way enough to make the other team punt. Get him into 3rd and 3 and then hope they airmail the throw.
Daniel, that time off the mark.
Make an unforced error so then they have to punt. You never feel like they're putting pressure on the opposing offense. And the question is, who's really to blame? Is it Kirk Cousins? Should we really be blaming Kirk Cousins? I mean, what would we have expected going into this game? Let's look at the first week of the season when the Packers played at Soldier Field. What was the score? Packers 10, Bears 3. So Aaron Rodgers puts up 10 points against the Bears defense. Do we expect Kirk Cousins to put up more or less? Less, right? Let's say Kirk Cousins was as good as Aaron Rodgers. What would we'd expect? We'd expect 10 points. So we're not expecting anybody to put up a lot of points on this Bears defense at Chicago. Okay? We are not going to score many points. So what does that mean? It means our freaking defense has to show up. I need some more M&Ms. Okay, how many points did the Packers defense give up to the Bears in that first game at Soldier Field? 3. Hi, honey.
What were you doing?
I'm making a video.
Oh,
You making the gingerbread?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Honey, you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
Vikings didn't win, honey, so I'm sad.
Okay. Can you come try the cookies that we made?
Are they done?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, you want to try these M&Ms quick? These are like the best M&Ms ever. Can you taste one?
Mhm.
Here. Try it. Tell me if you like it.
What's inside?
It's like Cocoa Crispy cereal. Do you like it? Is it good or is it kind of yucky?
Good.
It's good? Okay, I thought so. I'll come try it, okay?
Okay.
Gingerbread unicorns. Not as good as these like creepy Cocoa Crisp M&Ms though. Oh my gosh. It's just like another hit. Cocoa. Cocoa, that's probably like Kirk Cousins' nickname for, I don't know, Riley Reef or some other white guy for the Vikings. I don't know where I left off. Oh, the Bears. The Bears scored 3 points against the Packers week 1 at Soldier Field. 3 points. 3 frickin' points. Who has a better defense, the Vikings or the Packers? Or whose defense is supposedly better? The Vikings, right? So the Vikings should hold the Bears to less than 3 points. Well, probably not. I mean, that's a little too much to hope for. But around 3 points. Maybe keep them out of the end zone. So maybe, let's say 6 points, okay? Your defense ought to be able to stop the Bears offense. Particularly when, I think it was the second play or something, they lose their starting quarterback and Chase Daniel comes in. So if your defense comes out and holds the Bears to 3 points or 6 points and you lose, okay, then you put all the blame on the offense, all on Kirk Cousins. But basically, the defense didn't show. The offense didn't have the ball the whole first half because the defense couldn't get off the field.
What an opening drive. 14 plays, 75 yards, and takes up almost half the opening quarter.
That's been a consistent problem with this stupid defense. They can't get off the field. And let's not forget that while the Vikings kept the Lions out of the end zone, the Vikings defense could not get off the field in the first half. The first half, the defense could not get off the field. Just these long drives. I think it was 13, 14 plays for the Bears on the first drive. And then I think their next drive, the same thing, just and then like Vikings have 12 men on the field at the end of the first half, so they have to call a timeout.
By who? Who took a timeout?
And then so the Bears go for it, get the first down, get another 3 points. It's just a disaster, this defense. But the point is, the Bears defense held Aaron Rodgers to 10 points. So if Kirk Cousins puts up 10 points or less, it's not all because Kirk Cousins is bad. It's because that's a good defense. Bears have a great defense, and your defense has got to step up. And the Vikings defense did the opposite. They did nothing. They spot the Bears 7 points with their backup quarterback on the first drive. The least you could do is give your offense a chance to get the ball 0-0. But no, our defense is pathetic. And we can't get pressure.
Mike Davis down today, inactive. Here's Daniel. Finds his man.
Couldn't get pressure on the quarterback the whole game.
3rd and 7 to start the second quarter as Daniel connects again.
Receivers are wide open the whole game.
See North in the first round years ago by Green Bay. Here's Daniel. 3rd and 9. Wide open. Montgomery with a wiggle.
Takes over the game.
Daniel loading it up, going deep. And finds Wims.
Only time we got stops was when Chase Daniel just like airmailed easy throws on 3rd down. Unforced errors. The coaching is horrible. I mean, the game plan was just like, what do you think the Bears, when they looked at the Vikings offense, what do you think they thought about how they should approach this game? You think they thought, oh, we got to stop Kirk Cousins, we got to stop Adam Thielen, we got to stop Stephon Diggs? Or do you think they said, we're going to stop Dalvin Cook? They came in there and said, we're going to stop Dalvin Cook. Duh. Do you think Mike Zimmer should have known that? And maybe not run Cook up the middle on every 1st and 2nd down in the first half? No. We're going to run the ball because that's what we like doing, even though they're just going to stop it. Now, granted, if Cousins can hit Thielen on a deep pass, things are maybe different, but that's your call on 3rd and 10? Why don't you call that on 1st down or 2nd down instead of calling a low percentage bomb on 3rd down? Doesn't make any sense. Play calling made no sense. Yeah, Cousins is horrible, but I mean, come on. The whole team, everything about them is horrible. Got to get rid of Rick Spielman, got to get rid of Zimmer, and then we can focus on getting better players, you know. You look at where games are won and lost, really it's the line of scrimmage, you know. That's really where you find out what kind of team you have. And the Bears' defensive line ate our offensive line alive. The Bears' offensive line ate our defensive line alive. Now, our offensive line isn't supposed to be that great, so it's not surprising, but our defensive line is supposed to be the best in the league. They're not. The Vikings have, without question, the most overrated pass rush in the history of the NFL.
I think it's safe to say it's the best defensive line in the NFL.
They're average at best. Average at best. I'll say it again. Average at best. And I'll say that as long as I have to. It's just a joke. And what was it, like week 2 when they lost to the Packers? It was Pro Football Focus or Pro Football Talk, whatever useless website it was basically saying, you know, it's all the quarterback. This is all Kirk Cousins. The defense is good enough. Kirk Cousins didn't fumble to turn it over when the Vikings were driving. Kirk Cousins didn't allow a pathetic offense run by a pathetic backup quarterback to march right down the field on the opening drive and score a touchdown and then march down the field every other drive. Kirk Cousins is one of many horrible things on this team. And people need to wake up and understand how many major problems there are with this team in terms of the coaching, in terms of the personnel, the general manager, just the defense, and just these stupid guys who never make plays. Yeah, if they had Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, maybe they win. I'm not so sure of that, though. This is a good Bears defense. Aaron Rodgers put up 10 points on them. You're not going to score a lot of points against this Bears defense. So if your defense can't hold a backup quarterback, and it's not just the points, it's just allowing them to control the ball and pick up every third down. It's just a freaking joke. I don't really have any awards. I guess there was another return of the Summer of George defense. Was, I think, Xavier Rhodes again. Another one of those out passes where Rhodes gives the cushion, and like it's obvious the ball is being thrown out to that receiver, but Rhodes doesn't like give any effort, and so he lets the guy catch it. And then on the next play, Cohen, the Bears running back, had like a free run, and he just fell over. So I think again we're seeing like Rhodes, I think, understands like he's not going to stop anybody. He's terrible. He can't do anything. So his best thing he can do is go out of his way to not stop anybody, and then the body will shut down and they'll stop themselves. So I don't really know where to go now. Like, what's the deal? I mean, I think I need another M&M here to lift my spirits. It's just like, I mean, it's like, this is as good to me as watching Dalvin Cook run up the butt of the Vikings center is to Mike Zimmer. It's like that pleasurable. So find something that gives you pleasure. For me, it's these Cocoa Crisp M&Ms. For you, it might be Chocula, Frankenberry, Blueberry. There's like Halloween Captain Crunch that I guess turns the milk green. It sounds really gross, but you know, more exciting than watching the Vikings offense, I'll tell you that.